Hello everyone, this is Panic of the brand new video. Today I'm playing on the Cakecore SMP server, and last week on the Cakecore SMP server, I uploaded a bit of a backlog video. What was it about? I'm trying to remember. Okay, so basically I built Dampe the Gravekeeper's house, and what else? Oh, the elevator. That's right, the elevator. Those were the two big highlights of that video. Make sure you check it out if you'd like to. Also, in the video before that, I gave OwlTin a fine, and I said if you don't write an apology book, or excuse me, the book said that if he doesn't write an apology book by July 12th and give it to Pat's estate, then bad things will happen. It didn't really say that. It basically said just write an apology by July 12th. July 12th was last week, however, but that was a backlog video, so I didn't know about any books at the time. I will now confirm that there has been something delivered to my house that I will be showing you live on camera. Well, live, I mean, I'll be showing it my reactions on camera, basically. But before we get into that, I did want to quickly start down here in the cave. A lot of times I like to start in the cave so that I don't have to come back down here later. It's a bit of a hassle. But this is a new thing I've been working on. As you can see, I expanded my cave a bit to the right so I could fit this lava thing. This is pretty simple, really simple actually. If I've got my smooth stone pickaxe here, I could just break this stone, and stone keeps coming because lava keeps falling on the water. I'm building a freaking wall, right? That's huge, right? So I need lots of stone because I need to make stone brick. So this is a small little contraption I made to where I will break smooth stone and it will fall into those hoppers, which will take it into the chest. Sometimes it'll fall in the hoppers. I think it's actually most of the time that they just go up to the lava and burn. Extremely inefficient. However, there's something special about this thing, and that's that I tried to do it all without looking stuff up. I'm still novice at making machines and stuff, so stuff like this, I mean, even though this looks like crap, and I should even know stuff without looking it up, because everyone knows how to make stone things, I assume. I don't, so I'm doing this all without looking stuff up, and I want to just have this contraption be my own. However, I quickly realized, I kind of knew about this, but I didn't realize how effective it might actually be. I've got some pistons down here. The reason they're there is for something else that end up failing, but basically what I could do with the pistons is I could find some way to push the stone up, right? And then like every time I break a stone block, maybe up here somewhere, then the piston will retract and lava will fall down again, right? So then the lava would get more stone and the piston could push it back up, and I could set some kind of redstone thing where it times perfectly. That way I would get 100% of the stones I break. I might even be able to do it with all three of them if I make the redstone right and stuff. However, as fooling around with this, I didn't really have enough time to mess with it and stuff, and I was like, you know, I got a video soon, I'll show them this, and then I'll take some time in to figure that out. By the way, though, if you're watching and you have an idea for this, feel free to tell me. And when I say if you're watching, I mean you, right now, the person who's listening. If you have an idea for this, feel free to comment it. In fact, I strongly encourage it. A lot of times, you know, when you're just saying, like, if anybody's out there watching, or, like, whoever is hearing this voice right now and stuff, it's like, but sometimes you don't really acknowledge that they are, the people who say that actually are talking to you, because you're the person who's watching. So right now, I actually am talking to you, a little bit indirectly, but, you know, it's still the same thing. So just wanted to remind you that I actually am talking to you, and if you have feedback, then definitely tell me, because I love feedback. I certainly love it. Yeah, so basically it's been working for the time being. It's a nice way to get stone. Strip mining's still more effective, but at the same time, I don't want to be like strip mining all the freaking time. Only so many diamonds the guy can get, am I right? No, it's actually just like it's a hassle to keep going down and clearing your inventory and stuff. It would be nice if I could have something automated. This isn't necessarily AFK proof. I can't like leave this on overnight or anything, because something might happen here. I've got a theory, right? I haven't looked it up yet. I'm probably gonna look it up later though. But I believe that lava and water's falling pace is not completely consistent. I believe it goes off a system of tries. It has this amount of tries before it will fall. Water obviously will fall more likely than lava, but like every once in a while, one of these lavas, I don't know if it'll happen for us, but every once in a while, one of these lavas will get the perfect try and it will fall before the water does. Now, again, this is just my theory. I haven't looked anything up. Actually, I probably should have. Oh, there, it happened. Okay, so let's check this out. You see this cobblestone right here? That's because the lava went down there before the water could. So, essentially the lava turned this to cobblestone. This is why this system is pretty bad. It's very ineffective. And if I break this, you can see lava's there. So, water is faster than lava, so technically the water would always beat the lava unless it goes by a system of tries. Again, haven't looked it up, but unless this is just some weird server glitch that only happens if you are a little bit laggy, I'm thinking it's a try system, and every once in a while the lava will happen to fall faster than the water. And when that happens, this thing breaks, which is, like I said, it's not very AFK friendly. Now, all you do to fix it is replace the block and stuff. I could still, mine it and, sorry, what was I saying? I can still, I can still mine it, but I'll be missing one of the blocks if it turns that way. And if both will turn that way, eventually, all three of them could be like that. And if I'm AFK, I'll probably end up breaking that obsidian back there. So it's not great for AFKing, but what I could do is every once in a while just leave it on while I'm kind of monitoring it, doing something on my phone or something like that. I might leave it on, and then I can get some stone. As you saw, there was like a stack and maybe 5 stone in there. Maybe it was more than that. But yeah, I see I already got another stack. So you do get a good amount. Still not as fast as strip mining, but it works for the time being. It's been helping me get stone, and then I can craft it up. Every once in a while you see there's cobblestone down here. That's because every once in a while I have to break one of the cobblestones right here, and that usually falls in there. This one didn't though. So yeah, that's my system, and also I made a little bridge over my wheat farm because things are getting hectic down here. This pathway just started getting more close, so like, it'd be nice if I just had another pathway over this wheat farm because this wheat farm takes up a big amount of space. It's actually not grown right now. I haven't grown it in quite a while because you don't need too much wheat. Anyway, I'm going to head back over to my elevator. So if you guys missed the elevator, if you guys missed last episode, you're going to see the elevator I created. I'm just going to use it to get up real quick. Get in the minecart. Pushes me up. Cool. And I was able to fix the problem where stuff was happening before. Basically, the problem happened last episode while I was recording, which is unfortunate, but I was able to fix it. Anyway, I'm going to my storage room because I've got a lot of crap in my inventory that I need to go out. And as you can see, while I could put in cobblestone and andesite and gravel just like I used to, I can now also put in grass. That is because I simply expanded it to also have grass. So as usual, sand, gravel, and sandstone will go in here. Grass, and then grass will go in here, and I did the whole shebang. I just expanded it one over and stuff. I've already done this a million times, so I really don't want to linger on it. But anyway, I just thought you guys should know, and I also definitely needed to clear up my inventory. So I also put furnaces there in case I needed to smelt things. Next up on the agenda is, let's go, where should I go? I should go this way. Yeah, all right. So this right here, this is the box that OwlTin left at my house. I don't know exactly when he did it, but I do know it was before July 12th. It was before my video on July 12th actually went up, but I had already recorded it and stuff, so I couldn't do anything about it, but I'm here now, and I was also on vacation, so I couldn't do a Saturday video like I planned to do a couple times here and there, but it says OwlTin reply right off the bat. The only thing I've really noticed about this thing is that it's not a trap chest. That was one of the first things I looked at. I have no idea why OwlTin would put a trap chest here, unless it was like a small little gotcha, bruh, kind of thing. But I made sure it wasn't a trap chest. But one thing I also noticed is that it says OwlTin reply, or, well, I'm pretty sure that's supposed to be reply. But it doesn't necessarily say apology. So that makes me a little bit concerned that he didn't actually apologize, that this book or paper or whatever he puts in here is gonna tell me off. Okay, it's a book, Common Sense. Okay, we're gonna read it. That's a weird title. That's a very weird title, but let's just look at it. I see. Well, thank you so much for the job offer. I would love to join the Secret Service. When do I get started? Question mark. P.S. The water bucket was just a drill. No need to overreact. OwlTin. Huh? What? What? Okay, hang on a sec. I need to think about this for a second. I thought that was gonna go one of two ways. One, he either apologized in a book form and said to Sippo, like, my bad, you know, like, won't happen again, or something like that. Something short, quick, sweet, and snappy. I was expecting something like that, or I guess, it's just like I said, someone just telling me, I'll be like, you know what, dude, I just placed a water bucket and stuff and trying to defend his case. I was not How am I supposed to react to this? I was not expecting this. Clearly the book I gave him was not a job offer. Maybe he didn't read the book? I'm not exactly sure how to go about this. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm just going to think about this for the rest of the episode. Hopefully I'll come to a conclusion at the end of it. We're not going to do anything specifically about it today, I don't think, even though he's on. But then again, maybe we will. Who knows? I just need time to process that, right? I don't want to say something I'm going to regret because I haven't processed. I mean, who would have expected this? Out of all your viewers out there, were you guys expecting that in return? Very interesting. Okay. So yeah, I'll have to think about that later. Let's move on though. We're going to actually head up here into my top floor. I did some more work in my house, which I, do every once in a while and show it off. This house is probably never going to actually be quote-unquote complete, but I did add just a little bit more to this room. Veterans will know that there used to be no table here, and now there's a table here. We got some plates and some... Oop! I didn't realize those broke so easily. We got cups and plates, and it's just like a nice little dining room. For the longest time, I was looking around in here, I was like, what am I supposed to do with this room? I couldn't figure it out because I was like... I can't really put anything on the walls because I already have this here and stuff. And I just have a big empty space. I'm like, what am I supposed to do with big empty space? And I realized I'll just do what every house does with big empty space, and that's put furniture down. And I can't believe I didn't think of that. But now we got a little table and some cups and stuff. And it's got 4 seats. I likely won't ever have 4 people here, but you never know. The main purpose of this place, though, is I figured I got the map here. I got the table. This can be an excellent thinking room. An excellent planning room, an excellent, I have nothing else but planning room. I don't want to call it a planning room too much because I know in Hermitcraft Season 5, which is the one that's on right now, which, by the way, you should check it out, Vintage Beef also made a planning room, and I don't want to make it seem like I'm copying him because I definitely didn't make this to copy, but that's the best I can come up with. This is a planning room, just like Beef. Also, Beef, you're really cool if you're watching this. I love your content. Anyway, Beef's not watching this. So I also got a map here, so I thought it worked out pretty... Beef's room has a map also. I just now realized that. This is a little bit too similar. Anyway, I got a map here. Kind of helps for planning, I could look over at the map, check in on how the town is doing and stuff. I just recently updated this one. Some stuff still has to be updated on this one and probably around here too. But I just thought it'd be nice to have, like a map. And then I also got paintings here, which might go away if I could find something else to put here instead. I could make one big map, which Beef also has. But I could do other stuff, maybe signs or something that, like, have memos on it, stuff for me to remember, something that all involves planning. Again, if you, the person watching, has ideas for this, definitely let me know, and I will take into consideration for sure. But yes, I have this place. However, what really ties this room together, are these 2 records. So OwlTin recently made a, oh, what's that? You guys are getting a sneak peek at what OwlTin's working on. That's definitely not in one of his videos yet, so, there's a little sneak peek for you. OwlTin made another thing that's probably not in a video yet. It's not right now. I don't think it's coming out by the time this comes out. But he made over at 00. I don't want to break that glass. I can show you on the map. That's what I'll do. That right there. You see that tiny blue thing? That right there. That is a music record shop. So I actually went over and I bought 2 records. These are my 2 favorite music records. And he has like all of them. It's crazy. Oh. Make sure the... Yeah. This is all on. Hear this? This is pretty awesome. Perfect thinking music. If someone confronts me and does something evil or something and I need to just think about it for a second, this is the music. Planning music. Then I also have this one. Also really good planning music. So I kept both of them in here next to this jukebox. Also, I just quick note, the tables... I couldn't figure out what to put in the same room as furnaces, right? You wouldn't want to sleep in the same room with furnaces. So I figured, you know what could I do? Table works out all right because it kind of just looks like, you know, you're cooking food inside these furnaces and you bring them out onto the table and stuff. So it's pretty cool. Also, this music fits perfectly for planning music. I look forward to using these in the future if I need to. So yeah, that's some work I did in my house. It's been a while since I did more work in my house, so I'm glad I got that done. Anyway, we're gonna move on to some other stuff over here, stuff that might actually surprise you. You see, because what I actually worked on recently is my lighthouse. It's been a while since this guy's shown up on my perspective. There's a bit of a reason for that. We actually did some more work on the inside of that lighthouse, and right here, I don't think I've actually showed you this. Do you guys remember a couple episodes ago when I was talking about pathways and how I'm either really bad at them or they're really hard to make? This is what I'm talking about. I'm having a lot of trouble making this pathway look nice. I have the same kind of styles that I used at the front of my house, and it looks nice there, and if I tear it apart a bit, it'll look nice here too, but I'm just concerned about using the exact same pathways for everything, you know? Even though I got one design that I think works, it still just seems weird that every pathway happens to look the same, even when they're so far away from each other, like this place and that place. You know, if you look at OwlTin's ranch, which is now officially on video, and you should check out that video if you haven't. The ranch, you know, it has a consistent theme with this house and stuff, and all the walkways and bridges and stuff are the same theme, and that works for him because that's all around the same area. But it's still just a little strange having the same pathway absolutely for all my creations and stuff. So what I started thinking is, you know what? Why do I need to have this place all beat up? Why don't I just make like an actual nice looking thing? Not like that. That's really old. This is from quite a while ago. Definitely removing this. But I figured, why not make it like a nice little road? Something that's well maintained, you know. After all, this place is kind of a business. It's a boat race. I mean, it's not actually going to be making money, but it's you know, if you keep in your mind, if you think about it, you go to an amusement park or something, right? They don't got torn up roads everywhere. I said amusement park because it's the only place I could think of where you could do a boat race. But places where there's boat races is probably not torn up roads. They probably have money to put into making roads better. So that's just something I wanted to keep in mind. Anyway, I walked in here a bit and showcased some of the other stuff I did on accident. As you can see, I got stairway up here. I broke into the side of the wall so that this part of the thing is showing. I don't really think it's a problem. I feel like it just adds more attention to the staircase and makes it seem like the staircase is like rest assured, the staircase is not part of this right here, you know, because if it was just stone brick, there'd just be way too much stone brick. Also, I wouldn't be able to make a stone brick anyway because then you wouldn't be able to see through here. But I really needed the space to make up here apartments, sort of apartments. Name pending, but it could be apartments. The lighthouse apartments or something like that. This is room 1, as you can see. They're nice, comfy, compact, really, really compact rooms that I got like 5 of them. That workbench is not supposed to be there. I'm embarrassed. 5 compact rooms up here. I made great use of the lighthouse space. And of course up here is the roof, and I'm not sure how I feel about this hole here. I might have to do something about that, but I'm not sure if I can do much better than that. Anyway, excuse me, I did not mean to do that. Why I think it's cool that they're like compact spaces is because building in a compact space is quite a challenge for some people. And for some people, they prefer building in a compact space instead of larger spaces. But either way, I just think it would be fun for people to build their own things in here. So I might sell these rooms off to different members. There's exactly 5 rooms as well as exactly 5 SMP players at the moment, unless that changes. Bombastic's getting fired. No, I'm just kidding. If we get more people, you know, who knows? They might not just get a room. Or maybe I won't take a room for myself. I don't know. I'm getting off topic. But anyway, just like it might be a nice little challenge to try to build something that you enjoy inside this small amount of space. I mean, it's so small you don't even have a door. Each place doesn't really have a door. But it's kind of like a home away from home. You can stay in the lighthouse apartments and then also do the boat race whenever you want. As for the actual race part, I haven't talked about this in a while. I think since like episode 8, if not 9. I've been a little conflicted with this. That's kind of why I haven't been working on the lighthouse area too much recently. It's because like I got all these stuff here and stuff, and all these like tracks and whatnot, and it works pretty well, right? Like I'm fine with the tracks. The problem is though, if I were to keep this consistently going up, then this track and stuff would go all the way down that river and then loop back around over here. And that's a lot of work to just make a consistent track like that. Unless I just use the track at the beginning, but it might look kind of strange people going with the track that it's just, vanilla river. The thing is, though, is that I'm fine with vanilla river. I like the last boat race I made in Enchanted SMP. Boy, that was a long time ago. When I originally made the boat race, I did it through mostly, every once in a while there was like a random track like this. In fact, there's one big one like this at the end. But for the most part, a lot of it was vanilla river, and I thought that worked out fine. So I don't really want to do this through this whole river that loops all the way around back here. But it might look kind of strange just having it at the beginning. So I'm still figuring it out. Even if I did have like a little section like this, it would make more sense to have it around the end. Like that's the final showdown or whatever. The problem is, though, on the other hand, is that all the boats are going at pretty much the same pace at the beginning. So it's tough to say like who would... like, as far as, even, like, where people start would matter, right? Because they're all going to be making the same turns. So it's kind of nice to differentiate the players from each other, not get them so close by taking them through these tracks, which are pretty challenging. But I don't know. Anyway, that's why I haven't done a lot of work over here on the boat race in a while. However, I did work on connecting the rivers. I've mentioned many times that I need to connect them and stuff, and I made more progress on that. Anyway, boy... I think that's it. I think we got through everything today. These episodes, man, they're getting kind of brutal because I have to just talk fast to get through everything. Anyway, I am pretty confident there's going to be a video out on Saturday. And stuff that you might have expected to be talked about in here, we'll probably talk about in that Saturday because I just don't have too much time. I'd rather save it for another episode. I even have more builds I need to show that I haven't gotten time to show. But basically... I have been thinking about the OwlTin thing. I think the best situation, the best way to go about this is to get stuck in a hole and stay here forever and not let OwlTin talk to me or my son ever again. That's the plan. That's the plan. Anyway, while I'm in here, also, I think I'm actually going to talk to OwlTin. And record the conversation and stuff so you guys can see the whole thing. I still haven't talked to him about it, but I would tell him, hey, yo, we should talk about this, get it on record, so we can figure out exactly what the heck you're doing with that book. I think that's the best course of action. Also, some of you might be worried about 3D spot. Worried. By the way, I am actually going to stay inside this thing for the rest of the video. Some of you might be concerned about the 3D spotter situation. 3D... oh gosh, where do I even begin? I kept telling... me and Spotter's been meaning to talk and stuff on record. I mean, we've talked since, but we need to talk on record about his living situation. We haven't talked about his living situation. And how he lives inside the flower forest, which is blocked off by the government wall and stuff, and how you think we're supposed to preserve the natural environment and whatnot, and OwlTin got fined because he didn't do that. However, recently, in 3D Spotter's most recent video, yeah, I'll play the clip for you.
It pains me how people would just walk around here and intentionally hurt the biome. Like, hello, I'm just trying to, live my life over here.
Yeah, okay, so, I don't really know how to, I don't really know how to react to that. It seemed clearly like a goof on me. It seemed like it seems like he's not caring he's not taking the natural landscape as seriously as I would hope. And that kind of contradicts what I said, when I first started talking through things. I was talking about how like he'd probably be good at preserving the environment and whatnot. Then he did that, and it's like, oh, I'm not sure what his intentions are with that. But Spotter's confirmed that he's now ready to have that conversation. Like I said, I wanted to give him time after he started, but he said he's ready. So we're definitely going to get that going soon. Perhaps this Saturday, if not on Wednesday or sometime after that. I actually don't know when. That's the scoop on everything that's going on with the government and stuff. I want to make sure I always get a good amount of... with all this government stuff, it takes up a lot of time in the videos, but I always want to make sure I get a good amount of showcasing in, and that shouldn't go there, but showcasing in for like the lighthouse and you saw the lava thing I made in my house and the sorting system and all the planning room and stuff. Jeez, these episodes are just getting more and more full, Anyway, I just want to make sure there's a good balance. If you guys prefer more of one or the other, make sure you comment, yes, you, that person. Feedback is always appreciated. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys next time. So long.